Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and happy Halloween. So I'm filming this on Saturday afternoon, but I will be posting it on Monday, which is Halloween. So if you celebrate, happy Halloween. And I hope it is nice where you are for all the little trick-or-treaters. So Halloween isn't like my favorite holiday, but I do enjoy it. Because I love giving out candy to the kids in our neighborhood. I love seeing everyone dressed up. It's a lot of fun. But also it means that Christmas is coming. So November 1st, not November 1st this year because it is in the middle of the week, but next weekend I will start decorating our house for Christmas. I am crazy. Christmas starts in November for me, which you guys will see in my kits that I choose. But I am on my last section of Alley Cat from Diamond Art Club and Hannah Lynn. I need to get this finished so I can film my month in review. And then I'll be ready to start my November kits. So I actually kitted one of them up last night because I didn't want to work on this anymore because I did want to save this particular section for this video. Not that I'll finish. I don't think I'll finish in the video, but who knows? Maybe I will. So I decided to kit up my next kit, which check back Wednesday for my October month in review. I'll preview my plans for November, and I will obviously share the kits that I finished this month. I haven't even gotten to sharing this one on my Instagram page yet. I don't know how I get so behind. I don't know. I need to just be better at posting over there. I'm wrapping up sharing Pumpkin Pals, I think today, and then I'll be able to share this kit. So I have a couple of things planned for this video. Obviously, I will start diamond painting in a second, but I'm just going to briefly recap my week. I'm trying to be better about filming this style weekly video. So last week it was a kit and chat. This week it's a whip and chat. But I have a question for you guys. So I know that these videos do really well for some people, and I don't do them for views necessarily, but I want to make sure that I'm putting out content that you guys like. So my whip and chat last week did not do very well. It was actually a kit and chat. It didn't do very well, and I don't know if it's because people don't like to watch or listen to people kitting up, if they prefer the actual working on a diamond painting. Personally, for me, when I'm watching or listening to kit and chats / whip and chats, I'm not really watching so much as listening. I like to watch in the beginning so that I can see what people are using, but I normally listen to, sorry, I just cracked my knuckles, to whip and chats at work. So I just kind of have them on and I'm listening. So my question to all of you is, do you like the longer kit and chat or whip and chat videos from me? I have mentioned that I do sometimes struggle to find what to talk about. I don't find myself to be very interesting, or that I do a lot of interesting things. So that's why I try to do a lot of tags or answering questions. So is this something that you would like to continue to see on my channel, or should I just not bother, I guess is my question. Like I said, it's not really like I need a lot of views type of thing. I don't do my channel for views. I do it because I like to, and I like sharing my diamond painting with you guys. But these longer videos do take time. They take a lot of time to do, obviously, and then to edit and put together if I have to film them in different clips. So I just am curious if it's something that you still want to see on my channel or not, because I don't want to waste your time or mine. Also, my phone hates when I do long videos and I have to like go through and delete stuff just so I can save it. So like I'll delete apps and then I'll re-download them after I finish the video, which is annoying, but I do it because I like to. Like I like filming the videos, but again, if it's not something you guys are interested in, please let me know. And maybe I'll try to come up with something else to give you the longer type of content. But that is that. Let me know your thoughts, if it's something you're interested in seeing on my channel or not. They are something I'm trying to do weekly, but again, if they're not interesting enough or whatever and you don't want to watch them, obviously don't feel obligated, but just let me know if it's something I should keep doing or if I should come up with something else instead. Okay, so the kit I'm working on, I already said, is Alley Cat. It's a Hannah Lynn. Really excited I was able to get this one in this month. It was kind of on the back burner. If you watched my September month in review, I had said I didn't know if I'd be able to get to it, but I was able to. It is a square drill. I think it's a, what's the size on this one? 46 by 64. There are, let's see, I didn't come prepared for this. 49 colors, and it looks like 3 of those are ABs. I'm not making any changes to this kit. For my accessories, I have this really cute pumpkin with a cat minder. I think this is from Galloway's Gallery. I will look into that and confirm that down below. My pen is from Enabler's Outpost. You would have seen this in a recent small shop haul, and it has little black cats in it. I have a pair of tweezers. I'm using the white wax, which, where's my actual piece of wax? I don't know, from Diamond Drills USA, and I'm using the Trick or Treat putty from Excuse Me Designs. I love it. It smells so good. I'm gonna just leave it out so I can smell it. If you're interested in Excuse Me Designs, they are reopening on November 1st with a bunch of Christmas scents. So I'm super excited. I will definitely be putting an order in. And my tray is from Tori's Diamond Tools, I believe is the shop. I will be honest, I haven't enjoyed working with this. I'll show you what I mean when I get some drills in here, but I do have a Muni-made tray just as backup if I get frustrated. So let's get started. And how cute is this washi tape from Amanda Michelle Designs? Look at their little cats dressed up. I thought it was perfect. I'm gonna save this just in case I don't finish while I'm filming. Got everything I need. Okay, so when I diamond paint, obviously I have this turned around just so you guys can see what I'm doing, but I always start with the color in the corner. Unless I'm doing Mandy Manzano's, then I always do the black first. But this kit is symbol number 8 is the first symbol in the corner. Oop, and I just spilt. I'm not even 10 minutes in and I already spilt. So the last time I talked to you guys was before we had our sleepover with our nieces. All right, so now this tray is going to make a fool out of me because those actually laid really well. If the issue comes up that I've been having, I will share it. I might need to put in some new wax. I'm going to pull you guys in just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. If I can fix the camera. Okay. I don't want you to be too close that I'm hitting the camera, so I may need to readjust, but we'll see. So when I spoke to you all last Monday, yeah, I think I do need more. It was right before we had our nieces for a sleepover. So we did have that. It was so fun. I'm going to empty this and put some new wax because this is not, or putty, I mean. I'm actually just going to take what was in there and just load it again because it does still seem pretty sticky. I think I had just kind of pushed it in quite far. Okay, so yes, the sleepover with my nieces was really fun. We did, we carved pumpkins. We played a bunch of games. We had a lot of fun. They're so big now, but still so fun. You know, my oldest niece is 12. Is she 12? She'll be 12. Oh my gosh, why am I blanking on that? No, she is 12 and her sister is 10. So they're definitely like obviously older, but they're still a lot of fun, and it was a good time. It's been a while since we had a sleepover. There's just been a lot going on in everybody's lives. We just haven't been able to nail down a date, but we finally did. So yeah, I'm glad. We probably won't have them for another sleepover until we do our annual Christmas sleepover, which I go crazy for that because I love Christmas, as I've said. Other than that, nothing really happened. Nothing too exciting. Lots of things happening at work, and Speaking of that, I did want to address a comment that I received. Not a bad comment at all, but it's a question that I have gotten a few times, so I thought I would just answer it here. And if I haven't replied to your comment yet, I will. I normally like batch reply to comments, so when I put up my videos for the week, I normally go through all my comments and respond, and it's just a little less overwhelming to me that way, which I know sounds probably weird because I do get a fair amount of comments, so there are a lot to go through from the entire week's videos, but it just is easier to me than responding every time my phone goes off with a comment. So the question was, how much time do I spend diamond painting? Because I seem to get so much done in a month and I work full time. So how much time do I diamond paint? Which is a valid question. I have been averaging 4 kits a month this year. Some have been, some I've only gotten 2 or 3 kits, but other months have kind of averaged that out. So I do work full time. I'm normally to work by 6:30, which means I can leave at 2:30. So I'm normally home by 3, like 2:45, 3 o'clock. Obviously, if I have to stop and do anything after work, that would change my arrival time home. But for the most part, I'm home between 2:45 and 3 o'clock every day. My boyfriend gets out of work at 3:30, so he's normally home by 3:45. Normally in that, half hour to 45 minutes that I'm home by myself, I will pick up the kitchen, I'll do any dirty dishes, or I'll unload the dishwasher, any of those little chores. And then when he gets home, we like to talk or, just check in, how was your day, that type of thing. We like to hang out on the couch. We'll both just scroll social media, or I'll take pictures of diamond paintings if I need to do that for Instagram. And then normally this placer is not working. I might have to get a new placer. Let me do that. I'll be all right. Okay, sorry about that. First thing I found was a 4 placer, so that's what I grabbed. I think I had just worn that 7 placer down way too much. So anyway, yeah, we like to just kind of hang out, and between 5:30 and 6, sometimes later, I'll start dinner, and then we kind of do our own thing. So normally I like to take a shower at night because I have way too much hair to worry about drying in the morning. So I'll hop in a shower, and then we kind of do our own thing. So I will diamond paint. He will play video games, and then we'll just kind of like check in with each other throughout the night. Sometimes we'll watch something together. We just finished House of the Dragon. Normally we have a TV show running, and some nights we'll hang out and watch that together. But for the most part, we kind of do our own thing in the evenings. So I would say that I normally diamond paint between 2.5 to 3 hours a night. So I like to be winding down in bed, reading, or just, scrolling social media by 9, between 9 and 9:30, but I prefer closer to 9. And yeah, That's how that's when I diamond paint on the weeknights. And then on the weekends, it's pretty much fair game. So obviously I have to clean, I have to do that kind of stuff. My boyfriend does a lot of the outside work, so I do a lot of the inside stuff. You know, I'll do the laundry, clean. He helps me clean. I don't want to make it sound like he doesn't, but he does a lot of the outside work by himself. Although last weekend he did rope me into helping him with leaves, which was not a fun time. We did the entire backyard while my nieces were carving their pumpkins. Him and I did the leaves, and this weekend, 1 week later, the backyard is full of leaves again. I am not happy about it. But anyway, and then after that kind of stuff is done, if we don't have anything else going on, I'm pretty much diamond painting. So I definitely get a lot of diamond painting done on the weekends. I do like to complete a section. Like when I start a section, I want to complete it in that sitting. So even after I finish filming this video, I will probably, I do have a few chores and stuff that I need to do. I also have some other videos I need to film. So I don't know if I'll sit and finish this immediately, but normally, like on the weeknights, if I'm like, okay, I'm diamond painting, how many sections can I get done? Sometimes it's only one, sometimes it's two, depends on the painting. This one is pretty color blocky, so it will take me about a week. I think I filmed the kitting up of this on Friday of last week. I posted it on Monday, so this will take me about a week to have finished. And I do find that Hanolins are quite heavy on the color blocking, so I do think I get them done pretty quickly. I'm also an avid multi-placer. I know some people don't like multi-placing, or they feel like multi-placing is cheating. But the most important thing to me is that I'm finishing these diamond paintings that I'm buying and bringing in to my house. I do have quite the stash. If you've seen my stash video, I do have a large collection, and they are all diamond paintings that I want to finish at some point. So in order to do that, I need to work on them. I also had a couple of days off this month. We took 2 days off when we lost our cat. And I've talked about this in a different video. Really the only thing that I could do to like calm my brain was to diamond paint. So I did diamond paint a lot this month, and we were off those 2 days at the beginning of the month. So I did do a lot there. And then I was home one day this week because I just had an awful stomach ache, and I was up at like 3 a.m. and I was like, there's no way I'm going to work today. So I did have a little extra diamond painting time this month. So I definitely think that that is helping, that I've almost finished 4 kits. This will be my 4th. And I also worked on some smaller kits this month. So, you know, I do diamond paint a lot. I'm trying to be better about doing some of my other hobbies. Like I mentioned reading. I'm trying to read more. I do love to read. I have, you know, Kindle Unlimited subscription, and I do really like to read. I'm trying to be better about finding that time. But yeah, I would say that diamond painting is my main hobby at this point. I'm gonna move this little cat to over here. I lost the magnet somewhere along the way, but that's okay. So yes, I do diamond paint a lot. No, it is not my entire life, but it is something that I do quite often. Now, you should also know that it's just my boyfriend and I. So I know a lot of other people on YouTube, a lot of diamond painters, a lot of them have small children. I unfortunately do not. I would like it to be that I did, but at this point we don't. So, you know, I don't have littles that I'm taking care of. It's just my boyfriend and I. So I think that that definitely lends to my, how much diamond painting I get done. I have the free time to do it. And off of that, like, I just want to say, don't feel like you're not, I don't know how to put it, but I know a lot of people gauge diamond painting on how much you get done. And just, if it takes you 2 months to finish a diamond painting, then it takes you 2 months. I'm fully aware that this year will probably be my highest number of finishes in a single year ever. Like, I have done a lot of diamond paintings this year, and I'm hoping that our lives are a little different next year. You know, that things are changing in our personal lives, stuff like that. So I'm not anticipating finishing nearly as many diamond paintings next year, but who knows? It is what it is at this point. So I guess what I was trying to say is, don't judge your diamond paintings on other people. So if it takes you a while to finish one, what you consider a while to finish one, then it takes you that amount of time. Please don't feel like you're not, I don't know, a diamond painter just because you finish one kit every 2 months. You know, I just hear a lot of people that fixate on how many diamond paintings other people do, and try not to let that deter you, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I've definitely felt that way in the past. I think I've doubled what I diamond painted last year. I did take a month off from diamond painting last year, but even if I hadn't, I still wouldn't have finished anywhere close to the number I've done this year. I've just really enjoyed growing my Instagram and my YouTube channel, and to do that, you need the content. So I definitely have gone hard this year, but it is something that I really do enjoy doing. So I know you guys can't see, I'll be moving into a row that's in frame in a few seconds, so just bear with me if you're actually watching. So yes, that's that. Hopefully that answers your question. I don't mind the question, because I've certainly wondered in the past, like, gosh, how do they finish so many kits? I didn't intend for it to be that way for me this year. It just kind of happened that way, but yeah, if you have any questions or anything like that, you can always leave them in the comments, and I'll either respond in a video or I'll respond to your comment. I respond to all the comments in some fashion, whether it's liking them or actually like responding to you with a message. I do try to do that. So I think that was everything I wanted to talk about. So I do have a spooky Halloween tag set of questions. I think there's 30 questions. Now I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I am a scaredy cat. Okay? Everything scares me. I'm a nervous Nelly. Your girl be anxious. Like, I'm a hot mess. So I don't do spooky, scary. I don't like it. So some of these questions, I'll do my best to answer them. I didn't actually like go through them, but I did kind of browse them really quickly. Some of them I know I'm not going to have answers to, so I'll do my best. But I will link this down below. I know this is coming out on Halloween, so it probably won't be very helpful to you, but if it's something that you're interested in, I'll link it down below. So the first question is, favorite horror or Halloween themed song? And the only one that pops into my head is Spooky Scary Skeletons. I think because it's so overused this time of year. I mean, because what other time of year would it be used, really? But I don't know. That's the only one that I can think of. I know that's kind of a cop-out answer. And is that even actually a song, or is it just like a sound bite? I don't know. I've been singing it all week, so I'm gonna use that one. Name something you wouldn't want to run into in a dark forest or in an abandoned building. Oh my gosh, anything? Never catch me in a dark forest. Are you kidding me? I don't have a death wish. Can I go like full on? Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. What just popped into my head was Harry and Ron in the Forbidden Forest with Aragon or Aragog, whatever the huge spider's name was. Can I say that? Basically anything scary. I want no part in it. Have you ever played with a Ouija board? Yes, I have when I was younger. And I'm still not convinced. I still don't know if it was someone in my friend group messing with us and like pushing the little, what's it called? The little thing. Oh, I don't remember. If you've ever played with a Ouija board, you know when you're playing with somebody and you can never tell if somebody is like pushing it or if it's like a spirit or something. Yes, I have. No, I would never do it again. Absolutely not. Why can't I think of the name of the piece that you put your fingers on for the Ouija board? I'm gonna Google it. What is the piece in a Ouija board? I don't know how to spell Ouija. A planchette. A planchette. Also, just so you know, I spelled Ouija completely wrong, but it's fine. Okay. Favorite horror monster or villain? I don't have an answer because I've never seen a scary movie. No. I mean, villain, could I use like a Disney villain? Or does it have to be a horror movie? Yeah, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody from scary movies. Maybe this was a bad tag. Yikes. The creepiest thing that's ever happened while you were alone? Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think. Like I said, I'm not even gonna lie to you, okay? When I moved out on my own for the first time, I moved into an apartment that was attached to the landlord's house. It was fine. It was very nice. They were nice people. They were a young couple. So it was fine. But they were very loud people. You could like hear them walking around. Like it sounded like a bunch of elephants over there. No offense, but it did. And there would be times where like I would forget. So like I would wake up in the middle of the house. No, I would wake up in the middle of the night and I would be like, what was that? But kind of like you forget that you moved out of your parents' house. I'm talking like, you know, the first couple weeks I was out on my own. When you kind of start to get comfortable where you're actually sleeping, but then you wake up in the middle of the night forgetting that you moved out and you hear this sound. That happened to me in my first apartment. Not even gonna lie to you. I think what happened was that they were coming back late from like being out, right? So they were probably intoxicated. I've never asked. They were probably intoxicated. They were trying to get in their door and it scared the crap out of me because I thought that somebody was trying to open my door, right? Like terrifying. So I finally snapped out of it and was like, oh, I don't live with my parents anymore. Somebody's trying to get into my apartment. Do you know what my defense was? Like my defense mechanism? I got under my covers and tucked them like around me and I just laid there. Like I didn't even try to flee. I'm such a scaredy cat. Like, you know what? If it's my time, it's my time. It is what it is. I would say I don't know if that was like the creepiest thing that's ever happened, but it definitely spooked me. I also made a point when I moved out to stop watching certain things on TV. Like I stopped watching Law & Order SVU completely as soon as I moved out on my own. And there were some other shows like that I used to love, but then I moved out and I was like, yeah, never again. So, never again. If you were dared to spend a night in a haunted house, would you? No, absolutely not. I feel like my nose is stuffy and I sound funny, but absolutely not. If you were here when I told you my haunted house story from when I was a kid, you already know the answer to that one. I don't even remember what video I shared that in, but no, it was awful. Basically, long story short, people in the haunted house must have heard my parents say my name, and they were calling me by name as I was like freaking out to leave. It was awful. Are you superstitious? Maybe at times, I guess I can be superstitious, but in general, I don't think I am. Do you ever see figures in your peripheral vision? No, I don't. Or maybe I do and I just pretend I don't. No, I don't think so. I get floaters in my eye though. What? Laura, stop. Okay. Which urban legend scares you the most? I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I don't know urban legends on purpose, so I don't know. Do you prefer gore or thrillers? If I had to choose, I think I would say thrillers. But again, but then again, gore doesn't really bother me. That's a tough question. I think because I'm not really familiar with either in terms of like Halloween movies or just like scary movies, I guess I would say thrillers. I guess that's my answer. Also, my boyfriend's playing video games right now, so if you hear like random voices, that's what's happening. And there are people outside doing their leaves, if you hear that. Some of these I might skip because I don't want to just keep telling you guys like crappy answers. The next question is, do you believe in multiple dimensions or worlds? I don't. Personally, I do not. Have you ever made a potion? No, you can actually make a potion. What? Question 13. Do you get scared easily? Yes. Why, yes. Yes, I do. I'm scared to even answer the next question. I don't even want to say the words. Have you ever played Bloody Mary? Oh, I think I did when I was smaller. I think I was at a sleepover. I do believe that is that the one where you're like in the mirror and you say it? Yeah. Do you believe in demons or the devil? No. You're home alone, but you hear footsteps in your house. What do you do? Hide under the covers. Realize it's my time and hide under the covers. So when I'm alone, I've talked about this before, but sometimes in the winter, Steven will go away on a snowmobile trip. Sometimes I go, sometimes I don't. And he'll go with his dad. So his mom will be home by herself and I'll be home by myself. We live like 5 minutes from them. So it's always her and I, when we go to bed, we're like, okay, call me if you need anything. Text me if you need anything. So I have this like full ritual. I make sure all the doors are locked, which we do anyway. But then I go into my bedroom and I lock the bedroom door, which I realize probably isn't very safe. You know, especially if there was an emergency or something, but you can't convince me otherwise. I will be locking that door whenever I'm alone. Let's see. The next question is, if you got trapped into one scary movie, which would you choose? I don't know any scary movies, so I can't answer that one. If you could only wear one Halloween costume for the rest of your life, what would you be? Ooh, that's a good one. When I was younger, my sister and I were both M&Ms. I think she was a yellow M&M and I was a blue M&M. I'd have to find the pictures. I think I would be an M&M because I'm not gonna lie to you, that costume was comfy. You know, we just had like, I think my mom put leggings, like white leggings or something on us, and then we had just like white sweatshirts, and then the M&M costume went over us. It was the most comfortable costume ever. Maybe I'd be an M&M. I don't know. I'm trying to think of my other costumes. I was a bride one year. Don't get me started on that. my only time being a bride. I was also Baby Bop from Barney like 4 years in a row because I didn't grow. So my mom would just like uncuff one rope pant leg, you know, like, oh, she grew a tiny bit. We can do one uncuffing on the pants and it still fit me. It fit me like 4 years in a row. Probably could have worn it for a 5th year, but I got tired of being the same thing. I was a jester one year. Trying to think of all my costumes. I think the M&M was my favorite. I'd go with an M&M. Would you ever go to a graveyard at night? No, I would not. Are you crazy? No offense to anybody that is a graveyard. My sister loves graveyards, so I get it. In a zombie apocalypse, what is your weapon of choice? I would use my boyfriend as a shield. Would you rather go to a Halloween party or trick-or-treating? I don't do either. Obviously I don't trick-or-treat. 31 years old, I don't trick-or-treat, but I also don't do Halloween parties. I do not like going out on like big holiday weekends. We have a very high like DUI, DWI ratio in our area. I'm just not trying to get hit by a drunk driver, to be completely honest with you. I guess I would choose trick-or-treating. I would go with my nieces. I think that's what I would do. Yeah, trick-or-treating over a Halloween party. You're in a horror movie. Are you the final girl, the first to die, the comic relief, the skeptic, the smart one, or the killer? Probably the first to die. Maybe the comic relief. Maybe. Probably the first to die. Do you have to watch something happy after watching a horror movie so you can go to sleep? Probably, if I watched them. I probably would have to do that. I remember when I was younger, there was a small amount of time where my mother and I lived with my cousin, so my mom's niece. And all of my older cousins, I was one of the youngest in the family. I had one cousin who was below me in age. So she had all of us over for a Halloween, I think it was Halloween, sleepover. So myself and 2 of my cousins, so I have a girl cousin who is exactly 1 year and 1 day older than I am. And then we have a younger cousin who's a couple years younger. So she put us to bed for all intents and purposes. She put us in the bedroom. She gave us, I think we had popcorn, and we watched like something else. And the older cousins sat out in the living room and they watched some scary movie. I don't know. I want to say it was like Children of the Corn or something. That's a scary movie, right? And the 3 of us like snuck out into the living room, and I saw one tiny part of it and I could not sleep the entire night. It spooked me so much. So if that's an option, watching something happy after watching a horror movie, that is probably what I would have to do. A lot of these are scary movie related, so I apologize that some of them I just can't answer. But the next one is, whilst watching scary movies, are you the person who yells at the character, person who covers their eyes the whole time, or the person who falls asleep? I would definitely be the person who covers their eyes the whole time. Even when like scary previews come on TV or ads or something like that, I'm like, oop, closing my eyes. And my boyfriend will try to be like, it's fine, it's over. When it's not over, yeah, he's a big meanie. Let's see. Are you the one who gets scared or the one who does the scaring? So, I get scared, like I've said. I get scared very easily, but I also like to scare people. I like to just like hide and then pop out and scare them. I used to do it to my nieces when they were younger all the time. And obviously it's funny when it's kids because you don't do it like, you're not hardcore trying to scare them. You're just like around a corner and you're like, boo. And they think it's, you know, hilarious. But I do enjoy scaring people. I've got my boyfriend a couple times pretty good, so. But in general, for the most part, I would say I'm probably the one who gets scared. The next question is favorite scary book. I don't read scary books. Next question is, how old were you when you saw your first horror movie? If I count that sleepover, I was probably maybe I was like 11. Not quite sure. What was your first Halloween costume? I don't actually know. I don't know what my first Halloween costume was. I remember Baby Bop vividly. And I was like, I think the first year I wore that, I was like 4. But I don't know what my first Halloween costume was. I'll have to ask my dad. Although my dad never remembers, so I should probably ask my older sister. She normally is good at remembering that kind of stuff. Maybe she even has a picture. And my mother's favorite holiday was Halloween, so I'm more than certain she would have dressed us up. I just don't know what it would have been as. I'll see if I can find out, and maybe I'll put a picture in. Maybe I'll try to find a Baby Bob costume and put that one in just for fun. What are you going to be for Halloween this year? I will be the lady at the door handing out the candy. We have a lot of small kids in our neighborhood. Last Halloween was like our first Halloween here. We did live here the Halloween before, but it was still pretty big COVID protocols and stuff. So I think we maybe got like 2 trick-or-treaters. So I don't, why can't I talk? I feel like I need to completely redo this. So last year was our first real, I would say, Halloween. We had a lot of trick-or-treaters and a lot of the little ones, which just made my night. They're so cute. There was one that came in like a handmade unicorn costume. It was amazing. Like, it was actually a knitted costume. It was so cool. But yeah, I love handing out candy. I feel like I stopped trick-or-treating pretty early on because I loved to just sit and give candy. I loved seeing everybody's costumes. So I'm looking forward to that on Monday, or today when you're watching this. If you could have a spooky Halloween pet, what would you pick? Black cat, owl, bat, rat, wolf. Obviously a black cat, 100%. We are talking about getting another cat, which I know it seems early. We're coming up on a month since we lost Neville. Sorry about that abrupt end of that clip there. My boyfriend, I heard him walking down the hallway and I was like, oh, he needs something. So sorry about that. But I think I should have watched the previous clip back, but I think I was talking about one of the questions was, what Halloween spooky pet would you want? Obviously I said the black cat. And I think I was starting to say how we've been thinking about getting another cat. Now, we lost Neville. Neville had been with me longer than my boyfriend. We've been together, we'll be together 6 years in May, so we've been together a long time, but I had Neville before I met him. Sorry, I still cry. So I'm not ready for another cat. I'm not. But our little Luna, who will be 2 in March, she's ready for another cat. Neville kept her in check. He kept her entertained. And, you know, we're playing with her more. But she's really bored. Sorry, I knocked you there. She's really bored while we're at work, and I think she's really bored at night. So we are thinking about getting another cat, and I'm kind of like, maybe I want a spooky black cat. I don't know. I think we'll adopt. I've talked about this as well in another video. I think we'll adopt. I've always adopted. We got Luna from a friend whose cat had kittens. But I don't know. I also really want a ragdoll cat. Those are hard to come by in a shelter, so I would have to purchase from a breeder. So I don't know. I know I'm not ready, and I have told Steven I'm not ready. And you know, he's not knocking down the door to get one either, but if it's what's best for Luna, then I feel like we just kind of need to do it. But I also want to love the cat. You know, I don't want it to feel like we have to get a cat. So I don't know. If you've lost a pet, how long did you wait before getting a new one? See, we got Luna for Neville. I had no problem being a one cat house, but we spend a lot of time at camp in the summer, so we were gone on the weekends, and we didn't take Neville because he got sick in the car. He had car sickness no matter what we did, and I also get car sick, so he really was my child. But I used to joke, oh, he got it from his mama. So we didn't take him with us, which is what prompted us to decide to get another cat, so he would have a buddy. Had I known that we would lose him a year and a half later, I don't know that I would have done that. Obviously, we love Luna very much. She's a part of our family. But now I just feel like it's kind of a vicious cycle. Like, we're getting a cat because of the cat that we have. So what happens down the line if something were to happen to Luna? Are we just going to keep this cycle? Because I'm not going to lie to you guys, I never want to go through that again. Like, losing Neville was just traumatic. And I know it was, you know, there was nothing that could have prevented what happened to him. It was just such a fluke thing. But I don't know, just the thought of like losing another pet down the line. I understand why people don't get pets after they've lost theirs, but you know, it's just kind of like, it's at this point, we need to do what's best for Luna. So we're thinking about it. I would like to wait until after the holidays. I'd like to just kind of get through the holiday season, because I know like when I start decorating for Christmas, we're going to have Neville's stocking and all of Neville's ornaments, and like that's gonna make me very sad. So I don't know, but I would be interested to know if you're okay with sharing, like, how long did you wait before getting a new pet? I know that no cat is ever going to replace Neville. Like, he was just the greatest cat ever, but it has been something that we've been talking about. There were two more things that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Of course, one of them I can't remember right now, but hopefully it pops in my head before I end. But I want to talk about Halloween candy. Okay, I feel like this is a somewhat controversial topic. I want to know what your favorite Halloween candy is. I don't know, something about candy during Halloween just hits different than candy any other time of the year. So when I was younger, my grandparents would go to all of their kids' houses to see all the grandkids on Halloween. So we lived in a small village, so they would always, most of the time, they would end up at our house last, because we got a lot of trick-or-treaters and we had a good little neighborhood to go trick-or-treating in. So normally they would go to all of the other grandkids' houses, and then they would land where we lived. And my grandmother would get a card and a pack of candy for every grandkid. So the card was like $1. Like, we got just a couple of bucks. And then we would get those like 6 or 8 pack, I don't know, you can get them like 10 for $1 back in the day, right around Halloween. So it was like the little pack, and you would get like 6 or 8 Twix or Kit Kats or whatever. So each of us had a favorite candy. So she would always buy us a pack of those when they were 10 for 10. Because did she have 10 grandkids? Are there 10 of us? I don't remember. And then that's what we got for Halloween. So I always got Twix, which fabulous Halloween candy. I think my sister always got York peppermint patties. And we always loved that. It was just, you know, such a fun thing that she did. And it was just her little way of doing something for us on Halloween. So obviously Twix is a top tier candy, in my opinion. I also love Kit Kats. I also love Milk Duds. I picked up our Halloween candy yesterday. ShopRite was having a pretty big sale, like $8.99 for those big bags. And I was like, how much candy do I really need? I couldn't decide. And I was like, maybe I'll put one back. But the one I was like, I could put this one back was the Caramel Lovers, or caramel, however you say it. And that one had Milk Duds, Rolos, and Reese Fast Breaks. And I was like, yeah, I can't put that one away. So I ended up just buying 3 bags of mixed chocolate. And then I bought a bag of Ring Pops and a bag of, the people that make the bubblegum pops, what are they called? Charms something. They have these new lollipops that are called Charms, and they don't have any gum. So I bought those. They looked very interesting. I haven't tried one, but I'm tempted. I like to have a bucket of chocolate and then a bucket of like lollipops or other things like that. You never know if kids have food allergies, or sometimes the little kids, I would rather give them, you know, not chocolate. I don't know. I just put the bucket out there. Especially the little ones, I let them pick what they want. So I always make sure I have like those little bags of M&Ms and, you know, little kid things. But, so yes. Did I say what mine were? Twix, Kit Kat, Milk Duds. I also like Snickers. I like Reese's, but in moderation. I'm not a big Reese's person. What else? Oh, I know. 100 Grands. Those, to me, are like top tier. They're so good. Why are they so good? I don't get it. I love them, though. I love them. So what is your favorite Halloween candy? And do you get trick-or-treaters? Do you get to buy a crap ton of candy? We're still relatively new. This October is our 2nd year in this house, but the first couple of years were pretty plagued with COVID, obviously. Like I said, the first year we were moving in at the time of Halloween, and I was like, I don't know how much candy to get. And I think maybe we got 2 trick-or-treaters. So we were left with a bunch of candy. So then last year, I was like, it's probably going to be the same thing. Like, masks were still on for us and stuff like that. And we ran out of candy because we had so many more trick-or-treaters than I was expecting. So this year, I was standing in ShopRite like, I don't know how much candy to get. And then you start adding it up and you're like, well, if we give each kid 2 pieces of candy, we only have enough candy for however many trick-or-treaters. So I think I went a little overboard, but it's not the end of the world if we have a little bit of candy left over. I just don't want to have an entire candy bowl left over because that is not good. Of course, I can't remember the other thing I wanted to ask you guys, which is very annoying. Oh, why can't I remember? It's a bummer, but that's okay. Not related to Halloween. When do you start decorating for Christmas? If you celebrate, or winter if you don't celebrate. I'm one of those people. So my birthday is in November. This year it's on Black Friday, which is better than Thanksgiving last year. I hated it. And I love the house to be decorated by my birthday. So obviously I decorate before Thanksgiving. I will start next weekend. because we have 4 Christmas trees. So we have our family room, living room, Christmas tree, and then our kitchen and dining room are connected. So I have a tree in the dining room, which is, it's kind of kitchen themed, but it's more so Ray Dunn ornaments. I love Ray Dunn. And then we have a tree that goes in here in our spare room / office. And that's more my like themed tree. Obviously our family tree is like our family tree. And then in here, I like to do like a farmhousey type of theme. And then this year we're adding a tree into our bedroom. So I've always put a tree in my bedroom, like a small one. Ever since we were kids, our parents let us do that. But last year our small tree broke. So after Christmas, I went out and bought a pencil tree to put in there. So I'm so excited. I have been looking for ornaments for that, and I can't wait. So it takes me a while to decorate, so the house won't be fully decorated next weekend, but I'll probably put the tree up in here, which reminds me, there is an Etsy store called Mountain Inspirations, I think is the name. It's like MNT Inspirations. They released a photo on Instagram of diamond painting pen ornaments. What? So I'm definitely going to be trying to snag one of those for the Christmas tree in here because it's my diamond painting room. I mean, it serves the other purposes, but let's be real. I use it mostly as a diamond painting space. So I hope I can get one. I'm so excited. But yeah, I guess I'll let you guys go. I don't want to just completely blabber on. I obviously didn't finish, but I will finish this at some point today because I do need to film my October month in review. So make sure you come back Wednesday for that video. And I'm not sure yet what Friday's video will be. Probably a post review. I have a couple backlogged that I need to get done. Let me know what you are doing or did do for Halloween. I hope everybody stays safe. Make sure you check your candy before you eat it. I always thought that was stupid when I was a kid, when my mom would like dump our candy. She would make us dump it into like a big communal spot in the living room, which was annoying because I didn't want to share my candy, but then she would go through all of it and my sister and I would trade for the stuff that we didn't like. But make sure you go through your candy. You never know. You never know what's out there. But yeah, I hope you all have a safe and happy Halloween if you celebrate. And I can't believe we're very quickly moving into November, but we're almost there. Yeah, let me know the answers to, I feel like I had a lot of questions in this video, but don't forget to let me know what your favorite Halloween candy is down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.